Ezio. Ezio was born in 1459 into a noble family in Florence. Until the age of 17, he lived a happy, luxurious life with his family. But everything changed when the Templars executed his father and brothers right before his eyes. With nowhere else to turn, Ezio sought refuge with his uncle Mario and began his assassin training. Across 3 games, Assassin's Creed II, Brotherhood, and Revelations, we witnessed his entire journey, from a reckless young man driven by revenge to a wise and respected mentor. He defeated Rodrigo Borgia, liberated Rome, and uncovered Altair's secrets in Constantinople. Ezio became the face of the franchise. In 1524, he passed away from a heart attack, but his legacy lives on forever. Altair ibn Lahad. Born in 1165 in Masyaf, Altair became the youngest master assassin in the Brotherhood's history, but his arrogance nearly destroyed him. In 1191, during the Solomon's Temple mission, he made a catastrophic mistake that cost the lives of his brothers. As punishment, Mentor Al-Mualim stripped him of his rank and ordered him to eliminate 9 Templars to regain his honor. With every assassination, Altair matured. His worldview evolved. Eventually, he discovered that Al-Mualim himself was the true traitor, and he killed him. After claiming the Apple of Eden, Altair became the new mentor. He wrote the Codex, improved the Hidden Blade, and reshaped the Brotherhood forever. He died peacefully in 1257 at the age of 92 in his library. His legend inspired Ezio, Desmond, and generations to come. Eivor Varinsdottir. Born in 847 in Norway, Eivor lost her family to a rival clan as a child. She later journeyed to England with her adoptive brother Sigurd. Technically, she never officially joined the Hidden Ones, but she worked alongside them and fought against the Order of the Ancients. The most fascinating twist, Eivor was the reincarnation of the Isu god Odin. Through her visions, we explored Asgard and witnessed Ragnarok itself. She was a fierce warrior, wielding axes, swords, and bows with deadly precision. She built settlements, conquered territories, and dismantled Templar influence. The gender choice sparked debate, but canonically, Eivor was female, strong, determined, and deeply layered. Kassandra. Born around 458 BCE in Sparta, Kassandra was the granddaughter of Leonidas and a target of the cult of Cosmos. Cast out as a child, she grew up as a mercenary. In Odyssey, she fought to save her brother Alexios and dismantled the cult. But the most unbelievable part? Thanks to the staff of Hermes, she lived for over 2,000 years. In 2018, she met Layla Hassan, passed the staff to her, and finally allowed herself to die. Strong, intelligent, and charismatic, Kassandra became the canonical protagonist of Odyssey. She wasn't technically an assassin, she lived long before them, but she felt like their spiritual ancestor, a Spartan warrior with humor and heart. Connor Kenway. Born in 1756, Connor was half English and half Mohawk. His father, Haytham Kenway, was a Templar. His mother, Kanieti Io, was a Mohawk woman. After his village was burned and his mother killed, he trained under Achilles Davenport and became an assassin. During the American Revolution, he fought both the British and the Templars, crossing paths with figures like George Washington and Benjamin Franklin. But his true tragedy was his conflict with his father. Both believed they were right, and both were wrong. In the end, Connor killed Haytham. Victory came at a heavy cost. Serious and introspective, Connor wasn't as playful as Ezio, but he was deeply human. His tomahawk and bow became iconic. Haytham Kenway. Born in 1725, Haytham was meant to be raised as an assassin, but after his father Edward was murdered in 1735, Reginald Birch manipulated him into becoming a Templar. He rose to become the Grand Master of the colonial right, intelligent, charismatic, and ruthless. In Assassin's Creed III, we even played as him in the opening chapters. A brilliant twist. Haytham wasn't a typical villain. He was an idealist who genuinely believed in the Templar cause. He even hoped assassins and Templars could unite, but that dream failed. As Connor's father, he was a tragic figure, proud of his son, yet forced to stand against him. In 1781, Connor killed him, ending a story filled with conflict, ideology, and heartbreak. Evie Frye. Evie Frye, Jacob's twin sister, was born in 1847. Both were raised as assassins, but Evie was the more strategic and patient of the two. While Jacob caused chaos in London, Evie carefully made plans and focused on dismantling the Templars with precision. She searched for the Shroud of Eden and worked closely with Henry Green, with a bit of romance in the mix. Together, they brought down Crawford Starrick. Evie was a master of stealth, and her gameplay style leaned far more into classic assassin mechanics than Jacob's. Victoria Atkin delivered a strong performance, giving Evie Evie elegance and intelligence. Although the twin system in Syndicate was interesting, many fans felt Evie deserved more spotlight. Still, she remains one of the franchise's first true female protagonists, strong, smart, and unforgettable. Basim Ibn Ishaq. Basim lived in 9th century Baghdad and joined the Hidden Ones. In Mirage, we saw his origin story, rising from a street thief to a master assassin, but everything changed in Valhalla. Basim was revealed to be the reincarnation of the Isu god Loki. He betrayed Eivor, the reincarnation of Odin, and was ultimately trapped within the Animus. In 2020, Layla Hassan freed him, bringing him into the modern world. Now he works alongside William Miles, though he remains deeply untrustworthy. Arno Dorian. Born in Paris in 1768, Arno was the son of assassin Charles Dorian. After his father's death, he was adopted by the Templar Grand Master François de la Serre. He grew up alongside Elise and fell in love with her. When François was murdered, Arno was framed and imprisoned in the Bastille. The assassins rescued and trained him. During the French Revolution, he pursued vengeance while navigating the fragile line between assassins and Templars. He and Elise worked together to stop Germain, but tragedy struck when Elise died. Arno was a divisive character. Some called him an Ezio copy, others saw depth in him. Danjanot's performance was solid, and Unity arguably delivered the peak of parkour and combat in the series. In the Dead Kings DLC, Arno matured and finally became a true master assassin. Layla Hassan. Layla worked for Abstergo and developed a portable Animus device. In Origins, she relived Bayek's memories until Abstergo tried to eliminate her. William Miles rescued her, and she joined the Assassins. In Odyssey, she inherited the staff of Hermes from Kassandra, but its power changed her. She became more aggressive and unstable, even accidentally killing Victoria. In Valhalla, Layla relived Eivor's memories and eventually entered the Grey, where she met Desmond Miles. To save the world, she sacrificed her physical body, but her consciousness remained in the digital realm. Alexios. Alexios, Cassandra's brother, was technically a playable character in Odyssey, but he isn't the canon protagonist. If chosen, he becomes Deimos, the enforcer of the cult of Cosmos. Alexios was partly included for marketing reasons, as Ubisoft hesitated to commit fully to a female lead at the time. Still, Alexios was a powerful Spartan warrior, a descendant of Leonidas with identical abilities. Desmond Miles. Born in 1987 into an assassin family, Desmond ran away, wanting a normal life. In 2012, Abstergo kidnapped him and forced him into the Animus. Through Altair, Ezio, Edward, and Connor's memories, Desmond experienced centuries of history. The bleeding effect allowed him to absorb their skills. Working with Lucy, Sean, and Rebecca, he rejoined the assassin cause. At the Grand Temple, he faced a final choice: sacrifice himself to save the world or let humanity perish. He gave his life, freed Juno, and saved Earth. Though he died in AC3, his story didn't truly end. In Valhalla, he returned as the Reader, a digital consciousness in the Grey. Desmond was just an ordinary man, but he became a legend. Nolan North's performance remains iconic. Shay Patrick Cormac. Born in 1731 in New York, Shay began as an assassin, but during the Lisbon earthquake, when he destroyed a precursor site, thousands died. Achilles' recklessness shattered Shay's faith in the Brotherhood. He defected and joined the Templars. In Rogue, Shay hunted his former allies, killing Adewale and Liam. He worked with Haytham Kenway and strengthened the colonial right. In a powerful crossover moment, Shay killed Charles Dorian, Arno's father, directly linking Rogue to Unity. Shay's story lived in the moral gray area. It showed that the assassins weren't always right. Stephen Piavesen delivered a strong performance, and his ship, the Morrigan, became legendary. Rogue was shorter but impactful. Shay remains one of the most unique protagonists in the series, the only one to fully transition from assassin to Templar.